Alright, I think the audio's working. Now I just need to figure out where the heck my camera went. So bear with me. Okay, we got the camera back. That's good. Alright. And things working, so that's good. Cool. Alright, I think the desktop audio is coming through correctly. There's the audio levels. And it seems like our audio itself is coming through pretty good. So, that's good. Alright, so we're here, back into the Nuzlocke. We did some grinding on Tuesday. I was meant to be here on Wednesday. I've been working on this one big crochet project. It's this huge dragon I've been working on. I've talked about it a lot on it before on stream. And my mom's been sewing it up. So, you know, MVP right there. She's clearly the best mom. And I'll take no other argument. But she's been sewing, like, so fervently on this one project, so we've been working on that the last 2 nights, because, like, you know, she's working on it, but I have to put the pieces where they are, and there were, like, 16 pieces to attach to this dragon. So I'll show it on stream another night. Maybe I decide to play Genshin Impact or Star Rail again, because it's like a Chinese dragon that I definitely did not shamelessly pattern after Zhongli. I don't actually know what his dragon form looks like, because I obviously haven't gotten to that point in the game, and it's not exactly something for some reason people do fan art of. Lots of fan art of him, I would know. I have many posters in my room, but there's not really any that show his dragon form, which I definitely know he has. So the most I had to go off was the color schemes that he has in the plushies, because they have like a Rex Lapis plushie. So I know what that looks like. I don't know if that's actually what he looks like at all in his dragon form, so I might have the color scheme off, but if he does, then I will just make another one. Not of that pattern, but I was making this, at the very least, an Earth Dragon of some sort, so I'll have to show that on stream at some point, because it is really impressive, but anyway, for here, we are on the Nuzlocke. We did the training last time to get everyone up in closest to levels we can. So we got our two people who are still holding on from the earlier part of the game, Hamiliton and Haley are level 30, the other two. Emmett's got the EXP Cheren, so we're going to try and get him some higher levels. Level 28 would be nice. And then Elesa is at level 25. I don't know how strong the gym trainers are in this area, so we're going to go in and see how it is, and if they're all like level 28, then we'll go and grind a little bit more. The idea is that we are being Elesa today, one way or the other, or this run might end. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, so let's go on in. I do like the fact that, like, you know, she's a supermodel and everything, but to fit in with the theme of the fact that her gym is in an amusement park, her gym is like roller coasters. That's pretty cool. Yeah, gotta get my fresh water. They don't do well against ground moves, but they also don't tell you that she has ground flying types. Which means that they actually do perfectly fine against ground moves, because they're flying types and therefore immune. Anyway, let's go forward. See what we're dealing with today. I like this person's like, yeah, I can tell you where you came from just based on your fashion sense. I'm like, thanks, not being judged at all. See? There we go. I'm over. Right off the bat. Level 24, that's not too bad. Look at we're starting with a Molgos. Great. I mean, Hamilton does have rollout. I just don't like using moves that take multiple turns to hit, because getting locked into a move can always be a bad sign. 6 level difference, and we're still not much, not good enough to do a one hit. And we're gonna keep going because rollout does grow in power each turn it successfully goes off. Although I'm assuming because it's now using double team, it's probably gonna miss. Oh no, it actually hit. Alright. Works for me. So by the time you get to like the 3rd and 4th or even 5th round of rollout, it's a very powerful attack, but the first turn is not very powerful. And then you're locked into using the move, so then if you're stuck with something that, you know, is resistant to it, then it can be a little bit more difficult. I like the little pop noise it makes whenever I jump that far. I also like that we just got all like fancy rich people in this area because, you know, Elisa's whole thing is she's a supermodel. So you got like all the prettiest people in here. But also the fact that we're literally in an amusement park, so we're like riding around on roller coasters, which is funny. I always did think her gym is definitely one that's always stuck with me, like aesthetically, because again, since she's a model, there's a lot of like performance to go with her vibes. So like I always remember in this one and the next one, like, you know, walking down the runway, there's like a lot of smoke effects, like I always very distinctly remember what the inside of her gyms look like. Like I always remember birds because of those honeycomb walls, like, you know. Some gyms you don't really remember very well, and some gyms you do. Like, for instance, Diamond and Pearl, no one remembers those gyms until they upgraded them for Platinum and then made them much better themed, so they, you know, more like their things. I'm like, if you're gonna do gyms, I think you have to really theme hard after the element that they are, which is something that actually Kalos does very well. It's just a pity that all of Kalos' gyms are stupidly easy. Oh. Now I'm facing a guy. Remember that one route that I ran off the beginning of Blitz on that, man. I'm doing the best with what I got in this run, obviously, but like I have not been rolling very luckily. Yeah, it's level 28. Oh, that's the move we want. Acrobatics. Acrobatics can be totally busted in this game. Because, namely because the item Flying Gem, but, the gem items were included in Black and White in no other game, because they realized they were too powerful. But, man, did it make the meta scene interesting, because, a gem item, like, increases, like, by 50% power or something like that, a singular move of a certain type, which is very powerful, in Gen 5, competitive. Most importantly for acrobatics, because acrobatics is a move that gets stronger when you're not wielding an item. So, you put acrobatics and Flying Gem on anything, then the first turn Flying Gem will boost its power, and then the second turn without an item, because the Flying Gem is used up, acrobatics hits with double power anyway, so it's a very powerful move, very good strategy. I used it on Hawlucha once. It wasn't a competitive team I used for very long, but it was just like an idea I was playing with, because I don't know. I have an odd fondness for Hawlucha. Like, I think I'm base a stupid Pokemon, but I don't know. I just used it as kind of a gimmick team for a while, so I have some fondness for it. But anyway, acrobatics is an amazing move, so we definitely want that. It's arguably like the best thing. Like, Archeops can straight up be busted in this game if you get Archeops, but with acrobatics, if you have like good speed. Now we're again swimming up creek here because literally everyone on my team has the wrong nature. Like Hamiliton has plus speed minus special attack. He doesn't really need speed and he could have used special attack for things like flamethrower. Halia has has minus speed plus special defense. She needs speed. She does not need defenses. Let's see. Elise has plus defense minus special attack. Isn't the worst, Cofagrigus is a more defensive Pokemon, so actually having good defense isn't a bad thing, but, you know, special attack means that you're not doing too well with things like Shadow Ball and stuff. Though I do believe it's Cofagrigus' attack is better anyway. But, and then, Emma has plus defense minus attack, which is the worst possible nature, I think, besides maybe minus speed, to have on an Archon. Because you don't need your defenses, they're not that good anyway, and this is something you want to hit hard and hit fast and get out before it can take damage because of its defeatist ability. So having a minus attack nature is like the worst possible thing to get. So I got some sucky natures with this team, but we're just trying to roll with it. It's not the worst hand. Again, I'm doing a little bit better than I did the first time I did this run, but on the other hand, I also think I'm definitely doing a bit worse in a lot of areas. So right now, jury's still out. If I get past Elesa, then maybe we'll say it's not too bad, but right now this is kind of shaping up to be a far worse run than my white run was, because that one I struggled with, but at the same time, I also think I didn't struggle as much as I've been with this one, because I got a lot of unlucky deaths in the beginning. This one I'm getting a lot of unlucky deaths like after the second gym, which is almost kind of worse. Alright. Next person. We're not having too much issue with the Pokemon though, because the trainers all seem to be in the level 24, 25 range, so... we're doing okay so far. But it's, definitely nothing to be... So, like, for the fight... And there's someone in this car, too. So, for the actual, like, gym battle, I'll put the, EXP share on Elise. That way, if Emmett actually has to fight, he won't have an item on him, and acrobatics will hit harder. So, honestly, if it comes down to it, and I have to fight an Emolga, I can go for type effectiveness, but... I'm probably just gonna go for raw power with acrobatics. Let's go for a rollout. Spark is also something that I'm a little concerned about because, again, it can cause paralysis, which is definitely not something I need on my team that's already very slow. It's the reason we took an Archon in the first place instead of Tortuga, because I have such a slow team right now. None of them can, like, hit before anything else. And none of them are defensive either. It wouldn't be a problem if they were slow and, like, bulky, but they're slow. And I got paralyzed anyway. I'll probably put like, a Cherry Berry on my Pokemon before going into this. Just in case. Question is, how many more trainers do I have before I have to get any further? I'm gonna go back and heal. Just to be on the safe side. I could use items, but I'm also going to try and leave this for the actual boss fight. Although, I always like the electric type gyms when they do something kind of fun like this. Too many of them, especially in the early generations, were just like, oh, they're just, you know, they're like power plants and, you know, stuff like that. Like, another one that I really distinctly remember very well is Volkner's gym, and most notably in the fact that, like, he did so many, like, you know, upgrades and changes to his gym, it caused, like, a blackout in Sunday Shore. I'm chugging a little bit, I don't know why. Let me see if I can, oh, let me close some windows, I didn't do that first. Ignore it's chugging right now, I know. Let me give me a second to close some windows. Okay, we're running a little bit better. I do kind of have to be required to keep like 4 programs open when I'm streaming this Nuzlocke, so there's a certain amount, like, limit to what I can close in order to keep this thing going, but... Let me just make sure I do have some paralyzed heals before I leave. We got 1. Let me grab another one as long as I'm here. Or else this can be a pain in the butt. What do you sell? Hey, technical machines, that's cool. Turn, Thunderbolt, Thunderwave, Dragable, Light Swing, Racer. Oh, it's not bad, actually. Biggest one I can see potentially being useful is Thunderwave. I don't have any electric types that can use it, but Thunderwave is a good, I'm gonna buy that anyway, just because I don't know when I might find something that can use Thunderwave, but it's a good move to have. I think I'm just gonna stick with Thunderwave for now. You never know when that's gonna be useful. Especially because TMs in this game, you can use them many times as you want. I do think it's a smart system to do. Although I think probably the one I think does it the best is Galar, where they have some TMs that are like, you can use as many times as you want, which are usually like the more on the weaker side moves, and the really powerful ones are records, they say. Like, you know, they, you can use them once, but like you can find multiple of them, or you buy multiple of them. I do like the idea of crafting TMs that they have in Paldea. I still think the system is a little clunky. It needs like some fixing, but I do like the idea of crafting TMs. So you can only get access to them once you get to certain areas in the game. Again, the more problem is that Paldea is not very well like constructed open world, so this is obviously a bit of a problem. For like TMs, there's some things that like you just can't find if you don't know where that Pokemon is, and I did find some frustration with that, but the idea of making your own TMs was a good thing, especially because after a certain point in the game, you have like so much money that you're like, yeah, if I could go and buy that, I would. I definitely think it's better than like, you know, the days of like Sinnoh, where you have like I remember the biggest thing in Sinnoh when playing through like that game, especially in Diamond and Pearl, was like you have one Earthquake TM. One, and you really need Earthquake in order to not only beat like Volkner with the Electric Gym, but like it really helps against the Elite Four, and you have one Earthquake TM. So, you know, what do you put it on? You know, you can put it on Garchomp, obviously is a big one, but you know, that takes forever to train, and then you can put it on, you know, a lot of other things too, but like, Torterra learns it for free. That's the biggest thing, the biggest reason to get Torterra, and like not deal with that, you know, it has that nasty 4 times weak ice thing, but hey, learning Earthquake by level up is really great, considering that like, not even, Garchomp has that. But Elisa's right there. Go figure. I assume this is just gonna take me back to the beginning. Alright, I don't know exactly how high level Elisa's Pokemon are, but we're just gonna go in. We're just gonna go in boldly and hope for the best. I'm gonna put a, I'm gonna see if I have a Cherry Berry to put on Hamiliton just in case. We're leading with him with Rollout, and we're gonna see how far we can get with Rollout and hope for the best. I don't think I have anything that can use Dig right now. Oh, Emmett can actually learn Dig. That's funny, actually. Yeah, let's teach him Dig. That's so funny for a flying type. I guess it is a rock type, but... Yeah, I don't think Quick Guard is ever gonna... Quick Guard can be used in competitive, but it only blocks priority moves, so it's really only useful in competitive. Because you're not gonna really run into many people that are gonna, like, try and quick attack you to death in this game. No, I don't got any cherry berries. Oh well. That's fine. We'll just leave him with his current item on, and we'll just, if he gets paralyzed, we'll hope for the best. Okay, what's the rest of our team look like right now? So, Hamilton's got the charcoal. Elesa's got scope lens. At least we're gonna give the, yeah, because we're gonna move the EXP share to Elise, so that Emmett doesn't have an item if he needs to use acrobatics. It's so funny you can teach. Again, it's not probably a weird thing, but I just think it's funny you can teach a bird dig. I guess you can teach a lot of things dig, even if they are kind of ridiculous, but I think it's funny something that's supposed to ideally be flying can learn dig. Also, a lot of things can learn things at like their second evolution. So I guess it's just funny that you can learn it this soon. Okay, so we're going to go in like this. We're going to save, and we're going to cross our fingers and hope that the entire team does not die. Again, the biggest problem right now is I have 2 Pokemon that are weak to electricity, and I have 1 Pokemon that's weak to flying. So if she starts trying to pull something like acrobatics on me, I'm screwed. But we can only hope for the best. And I really hope we can come out of this with everyone. But honestly, I'm going to try to win the battle. That only means I have to have 1 Pokemon standing. And if it isn't, then that'll be the end of the run. You know, that'll just be what it is. And we'll be like, okay, we tried. Good job. You know, we'll try another game after that. Or, I don't know. Malin was trying to convince me to go be like, oh, just grab a new team. I'm like, well... If the run does end here, I might, depending, you know, try again. But the point is that this is going to be a make or break time right now. So I'm going to try and focus in here and really hope for the best. I wasn't originally a big fan of Elesa, but after playing Pokemon Masters, I actually came to appreciate her a whole lot more. Like, I always had kind of like a, you know, basic respect for her, because I thought her design was interesting. Like, the fact that she dramatically changes between Black and White 8 and Black and White 2, because obviously she's a supermodel. She's gonna change with the trends. 2 years have passed. But, like, I came to appreciate her a lot in, Pokemon Masters, because she has a pretty cool plotline in that one. Yeah, that's the other thing she does that's annoying, is Gold Switch. Holy crap! Critical hit right off the bat? I'm gonna be so screwed, guys. Okay, Pursuit's fine. I can definitely take that hit. Should give Hamilton time to roll out again. And I'm paralyzed. Sure, why not? So we leave Hamilton in. He's definitely going to die if he gets hit by another Volt Switch. I mean, he might survive it. Because right now, Rollout's on its third turn. So it will hit hard if it hits. The problem is he's paralyzed right now. So he'll definitely go, I mean, he's going second anyway, but like if that thing uses Volt Switch again, the first time was a critical hit, so potentially he could survive another hit if it didn't go critical. The biggest thing is trying to get around this Emolga. I could switch Elesa in to try and heal him. That thing's gonna volt switch probably regardless. That's the biggest thing that's annoying about her Emolga is they volt switch. She still has Zap Striker in the back. I could risk it, and I could risk it and go forward and just hope that Hamilton will be able to take that sort of hit again. He'll be able to survive it, and he won't get paralyzed. But I honestly don't think he. It could hit and it could one-shot her Emolga, and then I'd be fine, and I wouldn't have to worry about it anymore, and I could potentially pay off with that risk. But I don't want to lose my starter. I'm gonna play cautiously. This might still screw me in the end. But I'm gonna play cautiously. We're gonna switch. We're gonna switch to Elise, who hopefully has the defenses to take at least one Volt Switch, because this thing's gonna switch immediately. That's what I'm gonna call. It's probably gonna switch immediately. So let's switch a physical move or a special move. I can't remember. Let me look it up. Which I'm pretty sure is a special move. I look at something on the database. There's no, tell me what the move does. I always look on Baldipedia. Everywhere else has some complicated. Special move, okay. I just want to see, like, trying to put Will-O-Wisp up would help me in this case. I don't think it is. So, we're going to take this turn to heal Hamilton. I can't heal him both of his status condition and his HP at the same time, so we're just going to go... we're just going to heal him back up to full. And we'll just have to deal with the paralysis as it goes. Yeah, see. We'll switch immediately. Okay, that wasn't too bad. It's not, I don't like that hit, but it's not the worst. That's the thing I'm worried about, is there's We're gonna try and get Will-O-Wisp on it. Wow, we are just chugging right now. And another critical hit! At least it changed its ability to Mummy, so it doesn't have Lightning Rod anymore. Lightning Rod wasn't gonna do me squat anyway, but... 2 critical hits! She's hit me 4 times so far! That's a 50% chance right now with critical hits! Oh my gosh. Okay, what's my play here? You don't have any ground moves, so we could just go try and power hit you and hope for the best. I really don't want to bring you out right now, because this thing's probably stronger than you are, because it's 27, you're 28. And we could probably take on our Emolga. I don't want him taking on Zap Striker, though. That's probably gonna hurt. Lisa's down. Ayla I could use to maybe pick someone off, but she's weak to electricity. The only thing I can see right now is just try and weaken it with Hamilton. I don't see any other way we can do this. things just chugging so much. Alright, yeah, we're gonna just have to go Hamiliton. 2 crits already! Oh my... Jeez. That's the worst. Okay, so we can arm thrust. Potentially get a lot of hits in. Flame charge. Obviously, more power from charcoal. Could use smog and see if I can poison it, but I honestly don't want to be around long enough to do that. Does Zebstrika have Volt Switch? I need to know if this thing's gonna immediately try and switch me. Give me a second. Keep being like, I'll go in blind, and then I immediately am like, nope, I don't like blindness. Go back. Okay, let's see. She has... Yep, that one has Volt Switch on it too, go figure. He also has Flame Charge. How about that? Alright, let's see how much Flame Charge does. And if you wait for another Volt Switch. And he's paralyzed. In that case, I'm assuming this thing is going to Volt Switch again, so I'm just going to take the turn to do a Paralyze Heal. Hamiliton should be able to take another hit. You know, God's willing. But I'm assuming this thing's going to Volt Switch again. Okay, Narrow Lace. Oh, crap. It's not good either. Well, I'm going to skin. I could try and switch Hail in and hope that it goes for another Aerial Ace, but my luck it'll do another Volt Switch. So I'm gonna heal this time. And if it goes for another Aerial Ace after that, then I'll switch Hail in. So I'm just gonna heal for this turn. Okay. And that one's... Yeah, of course it's going. I'm gonna put Halia in. So I have a turn to heal Hamiliton on. So this thing's gonna use Volt Switch. It's probably gonna kill her, but she's really not gonna do me anything against that Zebstrika. So I have to do what I need to do to keep Hamiliton alive to take on that Zebstrika. I'm gonna take the team to Halia. Yeah, I'm like, if she somehow survives this, I'll heal in the next turn. She's probably gonna die, but... Oh! Somehow she held on in that one. Yeah, it's gonna try and quick attack me. I mean... If it does try and quick attack me again, I can take a quick attack by heal. Plus 50. Plus 60. 200. Hyper Potions actually nowadays only heal 120. In this day and age, they heal that much. I could heal her up and potentially live through a... He tries to do quick attack again. Should buy more lemonades. Question is, do I try and quick attack because I know it's gonna hit me first because she's slower? And like try and at least get one hit in. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and chip it. This thing's gonna definitely try and like full switch or spark me. I'm just gonna try to gain what chip damage I can. Yeah. I figured that was gonna happen. So I'm just gonna go for rollout. That way, at least as she switches, I can hit that Molga. Yeah. It's a roll switch. And I can at least hit that Molga on the next turn. That's the thing that's annoying me, right? She can't Volt Switch if she doesn't have 2 Pokemon. So I can at least take one of these down, this fight will get easier. And I got paralyzed by static again, oh my gosh! 3 times! 3 times in the last however many minutes! Come on, bro. You can do this. Yeah, get one more rollout out. That's all you need, bro. You honestly really don't need smoke. Problem is Zeb Strike is still an issue. Okay, what level is it right now? Let me check something real fast. I need to know what this thing's speed is. Yeah, I'm just looking at what Elisa's strictest speed is. So, I think it says it has 116 speed. How fast is that? Oh no, I'm looking at black. You said. I'm just putting on black, not black too. Like everyone's like, oh, just use a ground type. I'm like, what if you don't have a ground type? Some of us didn't get that lucky. Like, Krokorok is great, you can find in the previous area. Yeah, my Sandile died. Does anyone have, like, how fast for find, like, what's its speed stat in this game? I don't know, everyone always, on Nuzlocke, always has, like, stat calculators, and I'm like, where the heck are they getting those from? 'Cause I can never find anything easily enough on here. Probably has, like, it says probably close to 76 speed. I think we're just screwed. I think this is gonna be a wipe, honestly. The best thing I can think to do is leave Hamilton in and hope his rollout does a lot of damage. But at this level, and Emmett can't outspeed him, he's not fast enough. He'll at least get himself killed. Okay, the best thing I can think to do right now is just to leave Hamilton in and see if he hits with rollout. Because I'd be just as, and by the way, I'd be just screwed that I had two bats because I lost Sandile, really. Or even if I had gotten that a Maractus, something that resists electric type moves, it wouldn't have been too bad. Although then again, that Aerial Ace from the Emolga is this thing that really hurts so much. Right, I'm gonna leave it in, we're gonna see what happens. I'm going to die, one way or the other. This is probably gonna be a wipe. Oh my gosh. He survived by 1 HP! Hamilton is the best! Oh my gosh, do you see this right now? Do you see this guy? He survived at 1 HP. Paralyzed. One shot that Zebstrika. If he had not done that, I would have died here. Like, I need to screenshot that. Oh my gosh. That's just... Ignore my thing, fact of my things, I need to screenshot that. That's so... Oh my gosh. That's the best. I can't believe that. I need to go put that in my gallery now. Ignore me for a moment. That's so... I can't believe that Hamilton is now my favorite Pokemon that I'm gonna get him to the end of the game. I can't believe he survived that. After taking 2 critical hits and being paralyzed twice. At 1 HP, he pulls through. He did it to protect Emmett because he was the only one left. After seeing his friends die, he toughed it out. See, that's true toughing it out. Later on, they got a feature where, like, affection, where your Pokemon sometimes will tough it out because they love you. Like, that was a true toughing it out because it loves you sort of moment. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you survived that. That was the luckiest thing that has happened to me this entire run. Even if I lose after this, I'll be like, well, I survived Elesa, that's something. Like, he's like, oh, you're cute. Oh, wait, yeah, take a badge. Yeah, Elesa definitely has strong I like girls energy. Most people just assume that she's like Skylar's girlfriend because you see the two hanging out. Like, she's like, sorry, I didn't mean to, like, flirt with you. And now I'm gonna give you Volt Switch, the absolute worst move ever. Yeah, and we have to head to Driftville next. So, we lost 2 Pokemon, unfortunately. I did suspect Halia was probably not going to survive this gym if I was forced to bring her out. Which, again, we were unlucky to start off with because I got hit with a crit right off the bat, which really impaired Hamilton. And then he got paralyzed from that Emolga static twice. So if he hadn't gotten paralyzed either of those times, or hadn't gotten hit by a crit 2 different times, I wouldn't have had to bring Hylia out in order to heal him. But I mean, she served her purpose in that regards. Elise unfortunately got crit. She probably could have lasted longer than she did, but she unfortunately got hit by a crit, and so she didn't survive long enough to even put a Will-O-Wisp or anything on anyone. So again, more training that kind of just went to plot. But you know, I'm gonna make fan art after this of Hamiliton just like all beaten up and like just protecting Emmett. I'm so wow. I can't believe he survived that. He's holding on by 1 HP. Now that's the bond of a starter right there. That is the bond of a starter Pokemon and their trainer. I'm gonna get a Pignite sitting cutie plushie after this. I cannot believe he survived that. That could have been the end of the run. Not even joking. I have no Pokemon in the box at all. If he would have fainted, I don't think there's any way Emmett would have been able to take that Zebstrika down. He could take an Emolga down because he has the rock type. I'm like, I don't think there was any way Emmett would be able to take down a Zebstrika on his own. We're gonna take, first of all, we're gonna take the EXP share and put it back on Emmett. We need to get you up to level 30 now, because you are now the sole other member of this team. I'm just inspired to make fan art now. I want to get off of here and go make fan art. This is why I do Nuzlocks, though, and this is why I always record them in, like, you know, documents. Because it's little moments like that that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. Like, we've been incredibly unlucky this whole time. I wonder if Malin came on, because I told her, I was like, I don't know, I think I'm just unlucky whenever you're on, things seem to die, but I'm like, maybe Malin started watching at that moment. That's when Hamiliton got better. Anyways, now we're gonna go, we unfortunately we are gonna be in the double digits now for deaths. Unfortunately. But honestly, the, Hamiliton pulling through at the end there was such a win. I'm saddened by the deaths. I did assume we were gonna lose some people there. Take that. But, honestly, coming out with 2 Pokemon is better than coming out with none. Because I was really afraid there that I was going to literally wipe. I was really, truly afraid that, that Elesa was going to be where this run ended. I've not yet, again, I've done a lot of Nuzlocke battles. For some reason, I guess because I'm streaming this one is being a wave more pain than it typically is. I've not so far, I've done several Nuzlocks. I've not so far had one where I've completely wiped, where I've just run out of Pokemon. I've done it before where I've lost to a gym leader and I had to use what I had left over in a box. I have had that happen before. I've never had one happen where I completely wipe and just lose all of my Pokemon and completely have to end the run. So I'm actually very, I was very nervous there. I knew that, let me change our death counter while I'm speaking. I knew that getting against Elesa, would be hard. Really, without a ground type, she's incredibly hard in this game. That's why actually in Black and White 2, when they make her, when you fight her in that game, they actually make her significantly easier because she is so hard in this game. It's that aerial ace in Volt Switch on her Molga, and then because that takes care of grass types that normally would resist electric, and then her Zebstrika has Flame Charge, and Spark, which both go off its very strong attack stat, and then Volt Switch obviously is a pain. Then everything having Pursuit is also a pain, so switching is hard. She's really tough in this game. So, I was really genuinely afraid I was going to, that this would be the end of the run, and I'd be like, I guess that'll be it, we'll call it quits, you know, I'll say, sorry guys. I really thought that I'm just in shock, seriously, I'm just so in shock. I want to give him a medal or something, a Medal of Honor. This bro, held on, literally, by the skin of his teeth. He's the one holding up this team right now. By the skin of his teeth. Held on by 1 HP. And even if he held on by 1 HP, it could have still been screwed if he got paralyzed and lost the turn. He would have still been in trouble. But, he held on by 1 HP and managed to not be paralyzed and manage to actually hit with rollout, because rollout can also miss. It doesn't have the most great accuracy, but now we can proudly turn this one on as we have our next badge. We now have Elisa's badge. 4 badges in. And he did it to protect his little bro. Ironically enough, because of the naming, I'm like, once again, I have a younger brother here. Who, hopefully will actually see it to level 30 now, because, he's survived that. Arching can be very powerful if you can get into Archeops. Which is, again, he's pretty much gonna stay on life support with the EXP share until that point, if I can help it. Again, oddly enough, once again, we are leaving a city with Hamiliton and Bird. Just like we left the last place with Hamiliton and Haeolia when she was still a Pidove. Still, a moment of silence for Haeolia. I didn't expect much from her. Again, Pidove is kind of one of the more boring of the early game birds. But, you know, she was there when I needed extra Pokemon. She did help this team a lot. Didn't have, like, the best moves. Wasn't particularly powerful. She was notoriously slow, but she held on for a while. And definitely helped keep this team together. And, I'm sorry, Elise, you didn't get to go farther. We had to send you back to the Underworld. So now we're going on further. Hopefully we can catch some new Pokemon on the next route. We have a team of 2. We're beaten and bloodied, but we're still going on. We're going to the next city, people. One way or the other. I swear if you want to fight me, I will punch you in the face, bro. Of course, Cheren. I'm not even gonna say anything, I'm just gonna try and get through this. Why is it every time I leave a gate, I run into my rivals? You've got to be kidding me. All I want to do is go out and catch more Pokemon, so I don't have a team of 2. Couldn't even make it to the grass. Unfortunately, Duwat's is super effective against both of my Pokemon here. Couldn't even get to the grass to get something that I could fodder out. Alright, we're just gonna try and brute force this. Hope for the best. Oh yeah, that's right, I can't use these things. What's he crash do again? I guess we can do a flame charge just to raise speed. We might have to end our friendship after this. Just saying. I don't even really know how much Ignite would outweigh Nuzlocke. sure I'm doing math again. Give me a second. Cheren, I like you as a character, but bro, you're really killing me now. Let's see. Pig Night is 124 pounds. And Duwa is 54 pounds. So it is twice the weight of Duwa. I don't know if that'd be enough, though. We can try and heal. He's probably gonna use Water Pulse again. I'll move first. I could use Arm Thrust. The problem is if it doesn't hit more than twice, I'm screwed. I didn't even get more items yet, because I didn't think I was going to get ambushed by my rival. Alright, we're going to heal, see what happens. I'm going to overheal even, so that, you know. 60 should give me just enough to get back to full. I'm just gonna go for Arm Thrust. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed. And of course it has a berry. I hate you so much, Cheren. I wipe on this, I don't know. I'll decide what I'm gonna do afterwards. Okay. What do we do here? I need Madeline in this room. I might even just video call her right now. I'm like, I need to discuss this with someone. So right now I'm kind of just doing it to the, well, namely, if there's any lurkers out there, I could really use someone in the chat right now. But, or I'll video call my sister in a minute. But, what do we do here? Technically speaking, I ran out of Pokemon. That's the end of the run right there. Which is really kind of an anticlimactic way to go out. After just barely surviving Elesa right there, that's a really anticlimactic way to go out. Is I get jumped by my rival before I can even go and grab new Pokemon. Just turn me on? Okay, well then rewind like 15 minutes and then give me your opinion on what I should do. Because right now we're in a crossroads where technically speaking I lost. That's the end of the run. Going by Nuzlocke rules. I lost all of my Pokemon. I have nothing in the box. That could be technically if I want to be exactly on Nuzlocke runs. I would give you a dramatic recap, but I wasn't. I was very happy and energetic a minute ago. It's actually kind of bumming me out more the fact that you guys missed me being incredibly expressive and emotional like last 15 minutes. I did that for you. So the question is, do I just end the stream here and we just call the end of the Nuzlocke? Because that's it. I don't know. Again, as I was literally just mentioning 15 minutes ago, not 5 minutes ago, after I barely survived against Elesa, I was pointing out the fact I've not lost a Nuzlocke before where I've had a total wipe. Never run into that situation before. So I was ready to be like, okay, coming across against, you know, best I could. Being Elesa was a really triumphant moment. I was very expressive, very happy, very lucky. And then I literally go into, can't even get to the next route, can't even get to the next patch of grass. And I run in, and I get jumped by my rival. With 4 Pokemon, mind you, not even Bianca. Bianca I could have beaten. Cheren is the one that has the type advantage against me. And unfortunately, I'm really weak to water types right now. So, there wasn't really a feasible way for me to win without you at least other fodder to be there. Yeah, that's why I keep staring forward. Well, I was too dark. I can't believe you guys missed my very tense boss fight.
Olivia just hung up. We were just on the phone.
You should have told her, we're watching Eevee, you have to call back, because you are not on a schedule right now. You are not fighting for your literal life.
Okay.
Do you know how hard that boss battle was? And then I just died? I can literally just turn off the computer now and say we're done.
Okay. Okay, moving the computer.
Now they're looking at my crotch.
Intermission with.
You want me to just switch the view point over? I can switch to the other camera.
Yeah, do that. So you get now there's none of us.
Yeah, for some reason, even though it's the same camera, it does not register it being the same camera. It's still being created right here. But if for some reason, this is again another reason I don't stream live. For some reason, when I switch views, it just.
Can we turn?
Just turn off. Just hit mute on the. Just hit the. Just it. Well, because then I have to adjust it later.
I'll put it right back here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do that and then just.
But I like my background music.
You can still hear it. They can't hear it.
No, I want them to hear it. I don't.
I thought the whole reason you were turning it down was for that.
Maybe. It's okay.
No, it's not.
I have a plan. No, I'm turning it down because I didn't want to hear it.
Then you should have just turned down the TV.
I just did.
I don't want to take any chill pills. I'm very angry and frustrated
Why
now.
don't you go take a walk? I'm gonna do a stream break. Intermission. Evie, go take a lap.
I am allowed to be upset with what just happened here. I literally won by the skin of my teeth against Elesa in a literally triumphant victory of my Pokemon survived against all odds. And somehow I'm like, okay, there was once more life in this run.
I want to sit in that chair.
And
You
then,
sit on the ground. Switch.
and then,
I walk out the gate. I get jumped by my rival.
by his starter. And I'm just like, I didn't even have a moment to bask in my glory before this thing has to kick me in the nuts. Well, because he's the smart one and Bianca's the one who's less smart and she knows the answer. That's the point. In my opinion. You want me to give you a play-by-play of the gym fight? Because you didn't see it?
Well, I'm gonna say, in my opinion, it's because you took Embor as a starter.
Don't you diss my
He
No,
got
I
he
won't.
got hit, like critical hit turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then turn 2 got paralyzed. After that, I had to switch out to Elise, who then also got crit and killed, to heal him because I have nothing that can face that Zebstrika because everything I have is slow. And so the Zebstrika comes out, crits him again. So again, he's half HP again, and I have to, go send in with. I'm trying to beat these Emolga with rollout, which is not the most effective move, and it takes like 2 turns to really be useful enough to hit things. And then the Emolga switch out, and so she's just going to keep using Volt Switch to switch between them every other turn, which really does you no good. So I'm having to deal with the fact of like now Hamilton's getting hit by Aerial Ace, so he gets crit by Aerial Ace, barely survives that, and then I heal him up, at least to get rid of the paralysis, and she switchbacks into Zebstrika. I need a clean heal, so I switch in Aeolia, and I know she's going to die, because I switched out Aeolia with Aerial Ace, because I figured that's what Emolga was going to use. I switch in Aeolia to heal Hamilton. She barely survives a Volt Switch, and then Zebstriker's out. I'm like, well, the best thing I can do is try and chip with Quick Attack, and then she, of course, dies. So now I'm down to 2 Pokemon, and I have my Archin in the back, and I have Hamilton, who, again, is just now at full HP, so I try and be clever and use Rollout, because it's going to use Volt Switch to switch out. So I do, and I use Rollout, and it hits Emolga. However, now it gets paralyzed by Static again, and then it takes another, a powerful critical... I don't think it was a critical hit. I think it was just a really hard-hitting Aerial Ace from, Emolga. So, again, Hamilton's at, like, 40-some HP with, paralyzed, and he's on 3rd turn of Rollout, so Rollout will be really powerful if it hits, but that's assuming 1, it hits. That's 2, he doesn't get paralyzed, and 3, Zebstrika is faster and much stronger, so assuming it doesn't die, so Zebstrika hits with Spark. Somehow, Hamilton survives by a singular HP, manages to hit with Rollout, and one-shot Zebstrika. So I literally lost 2 of my Pokemon, but because, again, he got hit by like 3 different criticals, got paralyzed twice, somehow managed to tough out a stab attack using the stronger attack, because Spark hits with Zebstrika's stronger attack stat than its Volt Switch, which hits out with its weaker special attack stat. So, the strongest move that Zebstrika can hit with, Hamilton somehow managed to tough out and kill it with 1 HP. So I managed to get actually through that gym, because like I was like literally being on there, like I was so expressive and overjoyed, and I was like, I'm gonna go buy myself a Pignite Sing QE now, because I'm just so impressed this thing survived.
Yeah.
And then I walk out the gate and Cheren kills me.
That's funny.
So now I'm like, is this just the end of the run? Is this where we call it? We move on to something else?
No,
because
here's what happens.
I have nothing left.
No, you absolutely have to finish the game now at this point. It's simply part of the gag. Gotta commit to the bit, and this is absolutely the bit. So here's what's gonna happen. Every route is now refreshed. You may catch 1 new Pokemon on every single route. You've essentially restarted your game. I do understand.
I should just restart the game.
No, because then you have to go through all the story again. No, you're gonna keep going, but you're going to choose, and you can repeat Pokemon. It's just you can do your 1 couch. Every route is now just refreshed.
I was just gonna say I could go and try and fight Cheren again.
I don't care. That's up to you. But it's like essentially what you can do now is, that's my opinion, is, and you can obviously, it's your Nuzlocke. I don't really do Nuzlocke too much.
I just wish there was any of the people who were watching earlier who do Nuzlocks that could give me an opinion here. Because that's, I like, like Eliza or whoever was the other person that was giving me, like the person who was giving me random factoids about Pokemon names, like the Sawsbuck person. That said the thing about Sawsbuck that I really was surprised to learn with his name.
Yeah, so just, that's what I think you should do. Obviously, it's your choice because it's your Nuzlocke at the end of the day. But I would say, continue it like that by just refreshing every route. And if you want to keep your starter, you can. You can give them like a 3 strikes and you're out kind of vibe. Or you can let them die and make a new starter. By whatever, next thing you catch is your new starter.
Well, that's what I actually had to do in my white playthrough, is that my Oshawott didn't even get to the first gym. He died from Bide before that, so I essentially had a Lillipup as my starter because that was the one that got to Stoutland. That was the only thing I got that fully evolved in that run.
Well, there you go. I think you should refresh every route and just continue playing as if you never died, and just put an extra and be like run deaths, like deaths of Pokemon and also deaths of the run. How many times the run dies?
I am going to go and end the stream early here, and I'll debate it.
Okay,
and
you can have your chair back then.
and figure out what I'm going to do.
I'll let you close off in your normal.
This is probably a better thing. The other one was short too. This is probably a better place to just take a break. We'll end the stream here so that if I choose to, whatever I choose to do, the next one will start off with a clean slate. So regardless of whether, and I'll also ask my chat, see what they say. Because, you know, by technical rules, that's the end of the run. But I'll go and I'll ask my chat and see what they think. And see, like, options on the table, again, I think which are reasonable enough of options to do would be, one, re-roll the thing with Cheren, aka we just continue as normal. Just, we try and do that fight again. So my way of, like, doing around that would be, like, I go and grind up, Hamiliton and Emmett a little bit more, so they're a higher level. And then I try and take on the fight again. And just see if I can get luckier. Because technically speaking, I probably could win that fight if I didn't have the issues I did. Which, again, you can beat things even when you have type of disadvantage. I've done monologues. I know you can do that. It's just, fortunately that Torment got my way, so I couldn't use, arm thrust repeatedly. But, like, I could just level them up more. Maybe even level, Hamiliton up to evolve. I don't know when they evolve, but, like, and then go fight Cheren. So, option one would be re-roll the fights, like Marilyn said. We get 3 chances on maybe, like, Hamiliton before Hamiliton officially dies. So we re-roll the fight, go back, prepare this time for knowing the Cheren is there, and maybe I'll allow myself one, like, maybe I will go to the desert resort and go and catch a Maractus, because I killed that encounter before, but with the knowledge of I'm only allowed to catch that Pokemon, I'll catch it. Because then, at least that'll give me something to get past that Duat with. Or, like Malian says, I could just start a new run. Completely. I don't really want to do that, because we've already kind of gone through a lot. Or I could go back, Malian's option was, go back and re-catch encounters on each route. That would take a while, though, but I'd be open to it. Or, again, we could just call the run here, and just say we're done. I'm open to options, but I'm gonna discuss that with my chat. We have a Discord chat. Any of those who, like, any people who lurk, by the way, if you want to be part of our Cozy Gamers Discord channel, I don't know how to put the link through Twitch, but I can put it in the chat if anyone, like, you know, is like, hey, I want to be part of your thing. You want to talk nerd stuff? I just post a lot of stuff about Pokemon and D&D and Genshin Impact and Star Rail and stuff. So you ever want to join with that? That's an option. But anyway, so I'm going to. This is yeah. To be fair, I guess I did what I wanted to accomplish. I beat Elesa, just immediately, like, you know, you made the long jump and then you tripped on a twig after that, you know? It's just, it's so anticlimactic. Like, if I had died at Elesa, I would have accepted that, but it's so anticlimactic to survive at, Elesa and then get, like, killed by my rival immediately after. Like, that just doesn't feel right, that doesn't feel fair. So that's why I am willing to cheat Nuzlocke rules here and go forth and give that a reroll and come back better. But I will think about that, decide that some point next week I'll come back to the Nuzlocke and decide what I'm doing with it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it here, and I will think about it, I will talk about it, and I will figure out what I'm going to do for this going forward. Anyway, thanks for those who popped in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching, anyone. This has been a weird stream. But weird stream, short stream, dramatic stream, emotional stream, at least for me. So, but thanks for being part of it. And I might be on maybe to do some crocheting in the next few days. We'll see. I got a little bit of a busy weekend, but we'll see if I can pop on at some point going forward. But otherwise, thanks for being here, and good night.